This GIF from artist and muralist Isaac Caruso as of May 2021 is currently selling for approximately $25,000. To some, this may sound insane, as most of the GIFs we see are just in the form of lazy memes while scrolling Facebook. But for those who are familiar with NFTs, it's just business as usual. In fact, this isn't even the most expensive GIF to have sold as an NFT. But before we get into the video, let me preface this by saying that most of the stuff we'll be covering today about NFT art is rather entry level. If you already know the basics and you want to learn the nitty gritty of selling NFT art and other cryptocurrency, we won't be covering that today. Now, let's get into it. NFT stands for non-fungible token. Non-fungible meaning something unique that can't be replaced. Think of it like a digital stamp of authenticity or signature that says this piece of media is the original. No matter how many copies of that piece of digital media that there might be out there, there's only a limited number, usually one, that is marked as the original NFT. Now, in most cases, the artists selling NFTs still retain the copyright and reproduction rights to the work being sold, and can even choose to receive a percentage or royalty for every future sale of that NFT. As the buyer, you'll usually retain some level of rights to do things like share the image on social media or post it on your website. NFTs are inherently a type of cryptocurrency, primarily linked with Ethereum, another form of cryptocurrency. If you know absolutely nothing about the concept of cryptocurrency, well, you're not alone. But also, we're not going to be covering it in detail much here, so we'll keep it to a minimum. But basically, in order to buy an NFT, you need to own Ethereum. The cost of Ethereum, though, along with all other cryptocurrencies, fluctuates in value. So while an artist might post a piece of art today for 6 Ethereum, currently valued at about 25,000, that value can change drastically in a week, a month, or sometimes even a few hours, for better or for worse. On top of that, there's an additional charge to process any kind of NFT transaction, both to create or mint your art and for someone to buy it, in addition to the actual amount you're charging them. This additional charge is referred to as gas and is measured in a unit called GUI. Gwei? Anyway, this unit is a very, very small percentage of the current cost of 1 Ethereum. Gas helps prevent people from spamming the network and helps maintain a level of security to Ethereum, as each transaction costs something to process. Although, the price of gas can be very prohibitive for new, up-and-coming artists looking to get into NFT art, but we'll cover that a bit later. Now that you know what an NFT is, why are they selling for ridiculous amounts of money, and why should you care about it as an artist? Well, to answer the first question, a lot of it comes down to speculation buyers. In other words, people buying up a product now in hopes of it selling in the future for a higher value. Think of it like Pokemon cards. Now, imagine if this was a Charizard and I'm about to flex my 30k collection here. But it's not, sadly. There was a lot of speculation around Pokemon cards, and people have been buying and selling them for decades, trying to lock in the perfect set that will one day hopefully sell for 1,000 times the amount they paid for them. In fact, 2020 ended up seeing some of the highest sales for trading cards in general that we've seen in a very long time. And it's things like that that encourage people who are willing to take a gamble and have the money to do so to drop a mere 20k on some old YouTube clips of Logan Paul in hopes of him, I guess, becoming a huge boxing champ? I don't know. The other part of it, of course, is there's just a lot of people out there with copious amounts of expendable cash. While it may be easy to hate on those kinds of people, as a new artist trying to catch your big break, are you gonna be mad if some big celebrity wants to drop 12 times your rent on that one sketch you did of Mega Man for some reason? So, let's say after everything we just covered, you're feeling confident and ready to toss your art into the world of NFTs. Maybe you're thinking, hey, maybe I can start small and price my art low. That'll help it sell faster. Well, do you remember that whole gas thing we talked about before? Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. You see, gas prices are based on the cost of Ethereum, and Ethereum costs fluctuate. While you might find it fair to sell your art for, say, $20, the gas cost to mint and sell it might be closer to $60. So, you can either choose to eat the cost yourself or raise the price of your art to cover it. As a bigger artist who's made a name for themselves, adding a small extra charge onto a piece they're likely to sell for thousands of dollars isn't much of a problem. But easier said than done when you're just starting out and selling a piece for even $100 is an accomplishment. But ultimately, would anyone care about having a one-of-a-kind digital piece of art? Almost every single NFT video clip that's selling for millions can all be downloaded, watched, copied, shared, infinitely. Minting your art as an NFT doesn't prevent any of that. The comparison is often made to physical art. An actual painting, like this one from my friend Eli Farris, you can check out his page here, is made with real limited materials. And while this is still a reprint, his signature and handwriting on the back is unique to this piece. And what's even more limited and unreplicatable is his actual original piece. He physically went out, purchased those paints, that canvas, those brushes, and put them together into a one-of-a-kind piece. And while he can make reprints like this, they will never have the same texture and feel of the original. This is how the original Starry Night for Van Gogh can be priceless, but a nearly identical reprint can be bought from the museum gift shop for a few bucks. The problem is though, while digital art isn't made up of tangible materials, it does usually take just as much skill to develop. NFTs offer digital artists a chance to add the same level of scarcity to their art, or as close as they can get at least. This can mean big things for digital artists who notoriously struggle to garner the same respect and associated value seen from physical medium artists. In short, NFT art isn't some simple goldmine that you can just stumble into and make off with enough money to retire in your 20s. Much like stocks, it's a fragile market that, while it doesn't take an Ivy League degree to understand, it does require a bit of strategy, planning, and risk. Those GIFs from Isaac Caruso we showed you before, they haven't sold yet, but he's still holding out hope.
I think my NFTs are gonna sell for, if not $1 billion each. So I'm just banking on that right now. Taking out loans, and it'll pay itself off. As
of now, NFTs are still new, and their full potential hasn't really been realized. There's also the whole debate over the impact that cryptocurrency in general has on the planet due to the huge amount of energy required to keep them running, but that's a whole larger issue to tackle. Hopefully we answered some of your questions here today about NFT art. If you'd like to learn more, there's links in the description to some of the articles we researched for this video, as well as a few others you might enjoy. If you'd like to purchase those awesome pieces from Isaac or Eli, both their websites are also linked below. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future art content. Until next time, take care.